Hey guys, and welcome back to the game room. So, in front of you, you can see my Famicom is now back with me. As I referenced during the video where I showed the Multi-Mega and the Super Nintendo and of course the Master System 2 RGB mod, I mentioned that I'd be sending more work Ian's way, Ian from Mutant Caterpillar Games, and this was it. So here's my Famicom. On first appearances, everything looks pretty much the same. You can see the power LED that the guy from Japan fitted to this before he sold it. But if you look round the back, you'll notice where it says RF switch, there is not an RF switch. There's actually a DIN socket. You've got a switch here, and you've got an audio jack, and you've got the power connection. That's because my Famicom is now RGB modded. It's now got NESRGB in it, which is fantastic. It means that, of course, I get the absolute best possible picture quality out of my Famicom, which is really awesome, and it works perfectly with all my Famicom games. And it also works with my NES games when using the adapter, the Famicom or NES to Famicom adapter. You can see I've got it here. But unfortunately, unlike when it was just AV modded, it doesn't work with the EverDrive, and that's something that I'm going to have to do a video and maybe sort of ask for some help on. I'm going to do some forum posts to try and find out if there's anything I can do about it. Basically, you get this really strange looking black screen. It looks like an out of tune television set from the 90s. It's weird what it does. But yeah, the EverDrive doesn't work at all. It's very strange, but it worked when it was AV modded, but now it's RGB modded with NESRGB. It's not working at all. If you do decide, if any of you guys out there, there's probably not going to be anybody that watches this video, but you do decide to get the Tim Worthington kit, I need to sort of make you aware that that port there is not a standard sort of DIN socket port like you'd find on the back of a Mega Drive 2, for example, like I thought it was going to be. So when I sent this off to Ian, I sent him a Mega Drive 2 RGB SCART cable thinking he'd be able to test it to make sure it worked. But no, it's not the case. It actually has a different type of connector. And Tim Worthington actually sells a cable specifically for this, for the RGB, for the NES RGB. He didn't have any in stock at the time I bought my kit, but he did have the parts to actually make the cable as a kit form as well. So I sent that off to Ian, and Ian went ahead and put that together for me and tested the Famicom, which was awesome. What I will say is the kit cost me about 60 quid. So a little bit pricey to get RGB out of the Famicom, but this Famicom's now going to join a very small list, I'm sure, of Famicoms across the world that's now got RGB, the best possible picture quality you can get out of these things, which is awesome. And also, Ian actually, the amount he charged me was pretty decent as well. He charged me about 70 quid to install this. Again, it sounds like a lot, but he also made the cable for me as well, which would have taken up a bit of his time. But when I tell you that some of the UK-based authorised installers that have been, sort of recognised as doing NES RGB installs, doing them successfully, doing them well, whatever, they were charging well over 100 quid when I looked on their sites and looked at their pricing. And I thought I would rather go back to someone that I know and get this done by them rather than someone that I don't know. So I sent it to Ian, who's done work for me previously, knowing that he'd be able to do it. I mean, he's worked on much tougher stuff than this. He worked on my Multi-Mega. So I thought, you know what, let's get this over to Ian. Because initially when I got it, I thought about doing the RGB mod myself. But one of the main chips, which is the picture processing unit chip, has to be physically desoldered and removed off the main board. And then you have to put the NES RGB board on, resolder that into place, put the PPU on, resolder that into place, then do some wires to the board at the back of the Famicom as well. Or you have to put together the board that comes with the kit for the back of the Famicom as well. But yeah, it's really awesome, guys. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and show you some footage from this Famicom in RGB, of course. And I'll also show you the same game using my NES so that you can kind of see the difference, because my NES is composite or RF only. But of course, I'll do it with composite because I can capture composite video with my setup, but I can't capture RF. So thanks for watching, guys, and hope you enjoy the little bit of footage I put together.